whenever you are watching us from, and welcome to Kise Prime News at 11 a.m. I'm John Musioka, bringing you today's most important stories from within our country, Kenya, and across the world. And let's start with our top story today. Opposition leader Kalonzo Musyoka has weighed in, calling the impeachment process a distraction from ongoing controversy surrounding Kenya power sector deals, particularly those involving the Adani Group and the Kenya electricity transmission company, KETRACO. Musyoka argues that the focus should be on ensuring transparency in deals which he says could have long-term consequences for the country's energy sector. The opposition leader Kalonzo Musyoka has called the impeachment process a distraction from the ongoing controversy surrounding Kenya power sector deals, that is the Kenya Electricity Commission Company and the Adani Group.
2 days ago, even with the overwhelming public resistance, the broad-based government went ahead to sign another 95 billion energy deal with the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, KETRACO, and Adani for another 30 years. This will also not go unchallenged.
These leaders also added that the impeachment of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was to drive Kenyans away from matters affecting the country and, for example, the Adani.
The issue here is not Gachagua. The issue is what you have just been talking about. Some of us hold the view that this parliament was impeached by Kenyans on the 25th of June. So they lack the moral authority to adjudicate on such heavy matters of national importance.
These leaders have blamed the National Assembly for giving their first priority to the matters concerning politics rather than dealing with the matters that are affecting the citizens of Kenya.
The so-called public participation turned out to be a referendum question on William Ruto himself. Was that ever recorded? So I think that this impeached parliament should have also taken into account what Kenyans say on the public participation forum.
Alright, and moving on in that, Kitui County Women Representative Honorable Irene Kasalu has announced her readiness to contest for Kitui County Governor seat in the 2027 general election. Speaking this at Gomeni Mwingi North, Kasalu expressed her confidence in her ability to lead the county, dismissing rumors that she is stepping down in favor of the former Senator of Kitui County, David Musila.
Ikita katika mitandao wasipokuwa kisiasa, lakini yeye ungani tena ndogo kusema umeme maundu mengi wanaume wako na vita mingi sana, lakini nimekusoma kanaka zalondeka na nekatoba.
Kasalu also has said that she does not want people dragging in the former Senator of Kitui County, David Musila, in her politics. This is after the fake news circulated in the social media platforms of her saying she has stepped down for Musila.
Noni matikine kamera mitandao Kasalu numilile Musila nini yeye sema Musila ni mtumia ni nenge kama ndo kitu ndio katika siasa ndio kweli na leo kumenya Kasalu kwa adio aje kile kitu kama niki ndio katika ndio fungo katika lakini sawa. Alright, and moving on is that in the international news, SpaceX continues to make history. Today, the company completed its 50th flight of the Starship rocket, achieving a major milestone. For the first time, the Super Heavy booster was successfully caught by giant mechanical arms on the Texas launch site.
3, 2, 1.
And once again, SpaceX is disappointed. This is after launching the super heavy booster, which was launched at 7:25 a.m. Central Time, carried the Starship second stage into the space before separating and beginning its descent. The booster released three of its engines to slow down before preciously landing in the arms of the launcher tower. SpaceX founder Elon Musk celebrated the success, calling it a significant step toward building a reusable rocket that could innovate space exploration. This test marks a critical advancement in SpaceX's mission to create reusable vehicles for Moon and Mars mission, potentially reducing cost and increasing the frequency of space travel.
3, 2, 1.
And once again, SpaceX did not disappoint. This is after launching the Super Heavy booster, which was launched at 7:25 a.m. Central Time, carried the Starship second stage into the space before separating and beginning its descent. The booster released three of its engines to slow down before preciously landing in the arms of the launcher tower. SpaceX founder Elon Musk celebrated the success, calling it a significant step toward building a reusable rocket that would innovate space exploration. This test marks a critical advancement in SpaceX mission to create reusable vehicles for Moon and Mars mission, potentially reducing the cost and increasing the frequency of space travel.
And back home in Kirian County, a disturbing case of mob justice has left the suspected livestock thief dead. The incident occurred earlier today when the suspected was allegedly caught attempting to steal a cow. Villagers quickly gathered and attacked the suspect, beating him before setting his body on fire. The local police have condemned the act and are now investigating the incident. Authorities have urged the public to avoid taking the law into their own hands and instead report suspected criminals to the police. Human rights organizations also has raised concerns over the rise in mob justice causes across rural Kenya, calling for urgent reforms in the law enforcement to prevent such incidents. They urge the mob justice undermines the rule of law and puts innocent lives at risk. We bring you more on this news as details emerge. And that is all we have this morning. Be sure that we will update you on more stories. Visit our website for more, to follow us on social media channels. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Musioka, and from us in Kise TV, we wish you a good day.